Five lesser-known extinct species. Number 5. Shivathir. An odd-looking mammal, the Shivathir had the appearance of a giraffe mixed with a horse, and in fact its line of descendants were an offshoot branch of the giraffe family. The largest ever discovered measured at 2.2 meters, and like the giraffe, it was a herbivore. Its skull, however, was very heavy, which required strong neck muscles. Its horns can again strike resemblance to that of the giraffe, but much more prominent. It was thought both these horns and the heavy skull marked dominance during breeding season, and males would headbutt each other to win over a mate. Data on their disappearance is sketchy, but it is widely thought the change in climate and competition with other ungulates finally became too much for them. They vanished as little as 5,000 years ago. Number 4. In Australia and the South Pacific. Unlike today's crocodiles, the quinkana had a very different body shape. Even though no limb bones of the ancient reptile have ever been found, data from other ancient crocodiles at that time shows that they had relatively long legs. This made them better adapted to life on land than on water, so they were one of many land-dwelling crocodiles at the time. However, this wouldn't have made them a marathon sprinter, but still quite a formidable predator to fear. This reptile is thought to have been as big as 3 meters long, making it perfect to hunt the megafauna at the time, but as a land dweller, it has the disadvantage of being unable to drag its prey under the water, so it is thought the quinkana targeted smaller prey with its curved teeth, perfect for slashing. It is uncertain when this magnificent reptile became extinct, but it is thought to have disappeared around the same time of Australia's other megafauna, which was around the point of the appearance of humans and the changing of the climate. Number 3. Wara. One of the Falkland Islands' few mammal species, also known as the Falkland Island fox, the wara has not been identified yet as whether it was a fox or a wolf, as it shows both of their characteristics. It has a largish head like a wolf but a thick furry tail like a fox, and also like a fox, it excavated dens. It measured roughly 1.6 meters long, which is twice as big as a red fox, but only stood around 60 centimeters off the ground due to its short legs. Due to lack of competition, the wara thrived on the islands, that was until the arrival of humans. With them they brought sheep, and like with all dog species, the wara took advantage of this new source of food which farmers did not like at all. It was hunted to extinction for persecution and the myth of them sucking the blood of their prey. The last known animal was shot in 1876. Number 2. Pig-footed bandicoot. No bigger than a kitten, this small marsupial roamed the outbacks of Australia. Its most interesting feature was its feet and legs. Spindly legs and pig-like feet, also known as fleet-sheet feet, were what this tiny animal walked on. The pig-footed bandicoot was both quick and packed a lot of stamina, being able to run for a long period of time. The most interesting thing about the species is the way they disappeared. Their decline began when Europeans started to spread across Australia, and the last known specimen was collected in 1901, but some suggest it survived up to the 1950s. The interesting part is when a zoologist named Gerard Krefft went searching for the now extinct pig-footed bandicoot, luck was on his side, and with help from the Aborigines, managed to find a pair of pig-footed bandicoots. He recorded their behavior for some time, but after getting lost he ate both specimens. Number 1. Hasty eagle. Now if you thought the moa was big, then meet its predator. The Haast's eagle was an enormous bird of prey that was a specialist hunter of the moa it shared its home with. It had a wingspan of around 2.6 meters and was around 1.1 meters tall. It even had 7 centimeters talons. It is thought to have dived down onto its prey with such a force it swooped it right of its feet. If this blow did not kill it, its massive talons would puncture and cause severe internal bleeding. The disappearance of its prey meant the Haast's eagle died from lack of its food. The arrival of humans who hunted and destroyed its habitat caused the Haast's eagle to disappear around 500 years ago.